Melbourne, the world's most livable city, apparently. I live about a whole 45 minutes southeast from the capital city of Victoria, and I very rarely venture up here. Now, you've seen the vehicle I drive. It's very hard to get a car park around here that accommodates large vehicles. So anyway, I've got an afternoon to kill up here. It's a couple of hours until sunset, so what I'm going to do is just have a walk around and see what the place offers as far as shooting some landscapes go. Now, what I'm probably doing is typical sort of cityscape scene, waiting for that sun to set. So around about 5:30 tonight, we should have perfect light. Well, that's the plan anyway. So just going to walk around, see what I can find, and take it from there. Thought I'd mention one thing this city is good for: coffee and beer. So while I'm doing some shoots, I might see if I can find a good coffee shop. Back to it. Osier Lane in Melbourne. Definitely a uniquely Melbourne landmark. Very popular spot for photographers at the moment. As you can see, it's covered in wall art and murals everywhere. That'll be a shoot for another time, I think. I've just been saved a composition. I was aiming, once the light totally dropped off, to a typical diagonal shot of Flinders Street Station. However, as you can see, it's currently been refaced at the moment, so we'll have to come back for that another time too. Alright, well, this is one composition I had in mind before I even came up here, and I think it's going to work. It's looking quite well. I've got the tripod set up. I don't think I'm ready to take the shot yet. I'm waiting for that sun to really dip, and probably in about another half an hour's time, once you can see the lights from the buildings shining through rather than getting the reflection of the daylight, I'll be right to go. Now, I am going to run a 6 or a 10 stop ND, I'm not sure which one yet, just to make sure that I get the nice light trails across the bridge and I blur out the people as well. I don't want a whole lot of texture on that bridge, I just want it nice and smooth. And I also want the water in the Yarra River just to be absolutely smooth. So I've got about half an hour to wait. Now, one thing I noticed when getting over here was another composition. Now, that's from the bridge that sits in front of the camera. What I'm thinking is setting up in the middle of that bridge, looking straight back up the Yarra River. It looks quite nice, and there's a little bit of wispy high cloud coming into the sky. I don't know if you can see, it's still a bit blown out in the video, which I think is going to add a nice colour sort of just behind the building line, so fingers crossed we get that. Until then, I might just have to head back over to the bridge and make sure my tripod's high enough to set up to get over the railing on the side. I've only bought my travel tripod, not my normal one. So fingers crossed it's high enough, otherwise I might be in strife. I'll see what I can work out. Alright, I'm back to my original composition of the city with the lights. It's looking absolutely stunning under these conditions. I'm loving the lighting I'm getting on those buildings. Now, what I'm running is I've removed my circular polarizer. Actually, no, I haven't. I've left my circular polarizer on. I tell a lie, just to control the highlights in the sky to the left-hand side of the frame a little bit. But I'm also running a newly acquired 3-stop soft graduated neutral density filter. No more bracketing needed. Now, this was this filter came about from me constantly complaining about having to bracket my images. And sorry, I'm just checking my exposures while we're going because we're running out of light here. And I was contacted by a top bloke, Brett from photosharp.com.au. That's FOTO sharp.com.au. Now that's who I've bought all my Nissi filters from, the whole kit I've got so far. And he contacted me and asked if I would like to have a 3-stop grad ND, just so he can stop hearing me go on about bracketing images. So I've used it on a couple of shoots just for a trial run, and this is the first proper shoot where I've come out with the sole intention of using it, and I can tell you it's doing an absolutely fantastic job. What I've got is I've got it running, it's basically blocking half the left-hand frame, cutting out the highlights from the sky. So in one exposure, I can correctly expose for the building lights, the sky, and the river, and it's just working an absolute treat, guys. If you have any filter needs, just feel free to give Brett a message on his website. That's photosharp.com.au. Now, these images are coming up an absolute treat. I'm just going to zoom in, make sure it's all good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm running f11 at the moment. I'm going to bump it up to about f18 or f20 just for some nice starbursts on these lights and see how it looks. Alright, one more quick photo. Can't help myself. I'm just having a walk around now, just having a look at anything that sort of stands out to the eye, and just different compositions along the banks of the Yarra, along South Bank. Mate, the city at night is just awesome. I mean, just sitting here on the South Bank side of the Yarra and looking across, there's that many people at just the bars along there. I mean, having a drink or two after work. It's a fantastic atmosphere around here. And these photos, let's have a look at this one. Oh, I'm loving these colours. These are fantastic. Something I haven't been up here at night, and I wish I had a long time ago. I'm just getting a bit of flare on that last photo. I'm getting a bit of flare from this street light just up here. So I might just have to readjust the composition and see if I can block that light out. All good things come to an end. Time to pack the stuff up and get home. Just on my way back to the car now, and I'm really looking forward to processing these photos. We'll have a look at them later, eh? I haven't actually been up to Melbourne specifically for a shoot before, and wow, was I surprised, guys. The place is abuzz with the crowds, the smells of awesome food, just the sounds of public transport buzzing on by, just the place is amazing. And then once that sun dips at night, it's spectacular. Those lights are phenomenal. I just want to get back up there to do some more night shots. That was spectacular. Just a quick one as well. If there's anywhere in Victoria you'd like to see me shoot, just leave me a message below and I'll see what I can do about getting there, guys. I've got a couple locations in mind over the coming months and a couple new video ideas. But I'd really like to hear from you, the audience, as to if there's any suggestions you have that you'd really like to see shot. Preferably Victoria, because I don't want to be travelling 20 hours to a location if I can help it. But yeah, anything you'd like to see, just leave it below in the comments and I'll see what I can do. So cheers, guys. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you around.